Just imagine 10 times head worse is what we're about to walk into today.
What?
Without further ado, I know you guys are very eager to see what we've got up our sleeves here. So can I get a big round of applause and a welcome so that I can bring Chris Robinson back on stage and also our CEO and founder, Josh Swiggle.
Raise your hand if you drove here to get here. Okay. It is $5.20 a gallon here in Nevada. And when we were just in California, and it was over $6.50 or something a gallon in California. It's ridiculous. That's what it is. So, let me just tell you a quick story before I show you this slide. So, the first company I got in network marketing, do you know the product I sold? What was it? Yeah, so back then, gas prices were $5 a gallon. So I got into this company, and look, of all companies to choose, like there's nutritional products, skincare products, weight loss products, all kinds of great products in network marketing. I chose a fuel treatment when I got into network marketing. I got a different story than probably every network marketer except for Chris Robinson. It was a strange product to sell, but at the time, that's all people talked about was gas prices, $5 a gallon. And so with this product, look, there's only one product in the company. That was it. Like, you guys, I gotta be honest, you guys are a little spoiled. You got over 800 SKUs at FDC, right? There was one product in this company, and through my organization, we did $100 million in sales with this one product. And that's because everybody wanted to save money on gas. It was like, and it was like a wonder product. It was like liquid gold. You put it in your vehicle, you start driving further, you're saving money at the pump, you're protecting the planet because it reduces emissions. And so we took this product all throughout the world, into Europe, we took it into Africa, we took it into Asia, we sold it here in the US, and we blew it up real big, and then gas prices, went down. But gas prices are back. They're worse. They were when I got into network marketing in 2009. So I was like, man, how crazy would it be to have that product right now? And NBC, like, we would crush it because you know what? You guys are talking more about gas prices than you are about NBC. I know. I see you guys on social media. All you guys talking about gas prices. Even last night, people are coming up to me talking about gas prices, and I'm like, where do they think they are? We're at NBC. We're at an NBC event. They're talking about how much it costs them to drive here. But we're going to fix that. So I want to introduce you guys to a new product. This is the product that got me into network marketing. This is the product that changed my life. This is the product where I'm going back to my grassroots. This is how I got in. And I'm so excited for you guys to try this product, and we're gonna crush everybody with this product because that's what everybody's talking about right now. Let me introduce you guys to Fuel Factor X. Okay? Fuel Factor X is an advanced fuel treatment. You can save on gas, drive further. It protects your engine, it improves fuel economy, and it protects the planet. You can reduce emissions. So what I'm going to do, I'd love to tell you about this product, but there's a gentleman here that arguably is better at selling this product than I am. Arguably. I think I built a bigger business than he did, but he is the best person to talk about fuel treatments. He knows it better than anybody. So without further ado, let's bring out Cowboy Chris Robinson.
Decided to launch a little company called My Daily Choice in 2014. They didn't launch as a health and wellness company. They didn't launch as a weight loss company. They didn't launch as this or that. They launched as an open-ended branded company. So we could pivot to whatever made the most sense in the consumer goods space at any time, anywhere in the world. So give them a round of applause because this is So, I'm not going to get too technical. I would love to. But I'm just going to kind of give you some highlights about what this fuel treatment does.
Can we put in diesel?
Absolutely. It's one of the very few fuel treatments that's an all-in-one. It doesn't matter if it's diesel, if it's gas, if it's home heating oil. If it combusts, it goes in it.
Nice.
How big of a market do we have now?
Woo!
You understand that just in America, just in this little part of the world in America, $1.5 billion a day is spent on gasoline. You guys are now in a multi-trillion-dollar industry called the fuel industry. Oil tycoons all over the world. Guess what? That's one, and you're one of them. So let's talk about this fuel treatment. As we just mentioned, it's an all-in-one. So it does several different things. It prolongs your engine life and reduces wear. So that's a benefit itself, right? You understand that your car, your automobile, for most people, is their second largest investment they'll ever make. Your home, your vehicle. Right? So why not make it last a little longer? Lord knows you can't find a car right now, even if you're Josh Wakeland can buy whatever you want. They're not out there. The computer chips are on a boat in China or somewhere. You can't get them. So you got to take care of your engine and make it last longer. It increases your fuel economy. I'm going to put this down. We're going to talk about this in a second. How many people in this room is going to buy fuel in the next 7 days? Raise your hand. Is that everybody? Yeah. How many of you know somebody that's going to buy fuel in the next 7 days? Okay, so let me show you how easy it is to share this product. Does anybody out there have a $5 bill in their hand?
Yep.
Who does? Show it to me. Come up here.
There you go.
So as you seen on the slide before, a single dose pack, the most expensive way to buy it is $5. So there's your $5. It's $5. Jeffrey, no, don't be so happy you stood up. Give him a round of applause.
Woo! Yes, God!
You have a $100 bill out there. We're all going to buy gas. You're going to save 10 to 15, maybe 20% on your fuel economy. So, if a $5 bill takes 20 gallons of fuel, and fuel's $5 a gallon, which it is, what's 20 times 5? 100. It's $100. If you save 15 to 20% on your fuel bill, how much are you saving? What'd you say? So, will you trade me this $5 bill for this $20 bill?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anybody else? That's simple.
Yeah, Scott.
How many fuel's going down tomorrow?
Make some money, didn't you?
So now, for the first time ever in your network marketing career, except for a few people in here that's already had the privilege of being involved with this, when people buy a $50 auto ship, they saved $150. Now you're in network marketing for free and being paid just by consumption of the product. Are you guys awake? You're in shock.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say it loud for the people in the back. Now, when you spend $59 for a 40 BD auto ship, you save $150 on product. You're forced to buy whether you want to or not. So now you make $100 a month in network marketing by just driving to the store. I believe we're probably going to be the only company that 100% of the people in network marketing are making money. Fuel increases fuel economy. For me, back in 2008 when I got started into network marketing, did like Josh said, I had one product. But here's why it made sense for me. I had a construction company, I had 15 over-the-road trucks. My fuel bill was $150,000 a month. I made $20,000 a month consuming my own product. Net profit. And it worked in my semi-trucks, it worked in my dump truck, it worked in my forklift, it worked in my gas pickup, it worked in my diesel pickup. It worked in my farm tanks, it worked in my tractor. How many of you have any of those things I just said?
Yeah.
Now, if you're one of those people that have a Tesla, God bless you. But most people don't, and they're $60,000 to $120,000 to buy. So let's be real. The world needs fuel factor X. Yes or yes?
Yes!
And it's our job to take it to the world. You ready?
Yeah.
You will?
Today.
Can you tell them, this is real, because you said this a long time ago about octane. Can you tell them about octane?
Okay, let's talk about cars again. I'm going to get paid to go to the pump. You like to have fancy cars, and you pull in, you're paying 60 cents more a gallon because you got to push the 91 button.
Yeah.
93. What if I told you, by using this product, you just save 50 cents a gallon, because now you can use 89 octane.
What?
So those of you forced to buy higher octane, you're saving $1 a gallon now. I know that one the other day, you should. That would be all right, so fuel economy. It also reduces harmful emissions by up to 1/3. How many people have heard we should have better emissions, we should have less emissions, we want to reduce this, we want to reduce that? And it's valid. I mean, I'm a rancher from Idaho. I don't get into the whole deal because everybody tells me like cow farms are destroying the planet or whatever. I hear it all the time. You should see some of the stuff I get on social media. Anyway, it's a problem, right? Climate change is happening. It's changing one way or the other. It's happening.
Yeah.
And people are aware of the fact. Who's aware of the fact? Whether you agree with it or not, who's aware of the fact? And everybody wants to do something about it, but nobody's willing to pay to do it. Now you can reduce your emissions by 1/3 and save money doing it. Who wants to help save the planet?
Woo!
I'm going to start mixing a little bit in with the CBD I feed my cows when I reduce methane in Idaho. So don't worry, I'm all in. So reducing emissions, green's a big thing right now. Everybody's wanting to go green, right? Now you can with My Daily Choice and Fuel Factor X. Hold on, this is the good part. It also will improve your vehicle's performance and horsepower. I've been using this stuff and selling this stuff for 13 years. 13. And I've paid, in my life, I probably, because I didn't trust what people were telling me. Do you guys trust me?
Yeah.
I spent over $30,000 buying to prove to me the product I was selling worked years ago. And the numbers came in at this. Fuel economy 13.1%, reduction in emissions 35.7%, horsepower 9.4%. So then guess what I did? I got excited and took it to the masses, just like every one of you in this room should, starting at the next break we have. I'm not saying this for sale today, but what I'm saying is, y'all should really start letting people know what's coming down the pipe and then Candace is hyperventilating. Paper slap. I love her sitting on the front row and keeps the energy good. All right, next slide. So what makes it unique? What makes it work? We have what's called an organometallic compound, which if you have spent the money and done the research that I have, is the best way to maximize fuel efficiency and reduce emissions. And I'm going to keep it real simple. This is what it does. It works at a chemical level to atomize the fuel cell. Write that down. Atomize your fuel cell. So let's say, and this is way overboard, your fuel cell when it goes into your engine is the size of a quarter. Let's think about when you, how many of y'all been camping out in the woods before? How many of you ever lit a fire? Do you take the biggest log you can find and put it in the fire, or do you get little logs and light them and throw the big ones on?
Little logs.
Why little logs?
Kindling.
Because they light easier, right? Yeah. So now with an organometallic compound, your fuel cells are smaller so they light quicker and burn more efficiently. Which in turn, if your fuel cell was a quarter, for example, now it's a dime, you burn more of that available fuel in BTUs and leave less to go out the tailpipe. It's really that simple. Can you guys repeat that? It's really that simple. Don't get it complicated. So by doing this at the molecular level of your fuel cell, you're saving money on gas and reduce your harmful emissions. There's also lubricants in it. Engines need lubrication, that's why we have oil. But on the gas side of things, there's no lubrication in the gas, especially with the ethanol. How many of you have problems with your... Does anybody have like side-by-sides that run on aviation fuel or a snowmobile or something, and then when they put ethanol in the fuel, it takes out all your injectors? No more problems there. Now you have a lubrication in your fuel. You don't have to worry about it. It will prolong your engine life through the lubrication factors inside Fuel Factor X. There's also detergents. A clean home's a happy home, yeah? Now your engine's going to clean all the carbon deposits and all the stuff that's working as friction against your engine is going to be cleaned out. This is an all-in-one comprehensive fuel treatment. There's polymerization retardants, which reduce the solid. So if you're like me and you have a storage tank, which I'm guessing a lot of you guys here do, but if you know people that do, they can actually treat their storage tanks and it'll keep the sludge from building in the bottom of their storage tanks so that when they put it in their vehicles, it doesn't create havoc through your filters and everything. So you can actually treat stored fuel. Demulsifiers. How many of you guys have a diesel pickup truck or a diesel engine? Have you ever seen the light that comes on that says water and fuel? And you go, uh-oh. That's because there is water and fuel from condensation in your tanks and things, and it's a problem in diesel engines especially. Not a problem anymore. This actually demulsifies the fuel and keeps the H2O out of it. And a stabilizer. You guys put your lawnmowers away in the winter? Well, some of y'all mow your lawns 12 months a year. I only got to mow mine 6. Because where I live, it's either August or winter. We have 2 seasons. But I got to put my lawnmower away. I got to put the side-by-sides away. I got to put the tractors away. I got to put everything away. When you fire them up in the spring, the fuel's bad. Because it's that. With this product, your fuel will be good for up to 20 years sitting anywhere it's at. And you take
what?
I said 20 years this birthday. So now you can prolong the life of your fuel sitting around these tanks. So the point is, anytime you pump fuel anywhere, you need to have Fuel Factor X in it because it does so much more than just saving money on fuel. But people will only try it if you can show them the benefits of saving money on fuel. Now, I'll tell you this, be very careful, because sometimes it turns into an IQ test. And I have a ton of experience with this by accident. But I've had people call me before. They bought product from me on my tribe, got money back guarantee. If you don't like it, let me know where you fund your money. I got this call more than once. Somebody called me and said, Chris, this stuff doesn't work. I said, no, really tell me about it. Well, I've had my car for 4 years, and if I let the range till it gets empty go to 15 miles till empty, It takes me 19.5 gallons to fill up my tank. I've used your product for 4 tanks, it still takes me 19.5 gallons to fill up my tank. Think about this. It is not a tank expander.
Was this Homer Simpson?
No, this was people that I respected.
Wow.
And then I think to myself, well, I gotta remember how dumb the average person is. I know that half of the people are dumber than that. So you're gonna have a lot of fun with this product too. Did you go to the next slide? No? Okay, next slide. Let's talk about pricing. A 4-ounce bottle for $59 is 40 BB. So let me tell you how a bottle works. Do we have one somewhere? A bottle? Close one? No. Okay. So there's a 4-ounce bottle. There's a little bulb in the top of it, which you see on this slide. You squeeze a 1/4 of an ounce, that much. Goes into 20 gallons of fuel. The chemical reacts with your fuel and makes the magic happen. You don't have to tote around gallons of stuff. You put it in your car. This 4-ounce bottle you see on the screen will treat 360 gallons of fuel or 16 20-gallon tanks.
Damn.
16 20-gallon tanks, so 16 tanks of fuel for $60.
That's cheap.
You're gonna save a couple $100 on that bottle, folks. Are you getting this?
Yeah.
Now, if you look to the right, the little black thing is a single-dose foil pack. There's 10 milliliters of product in there, single-dose patch. You rip the top off, you put it into your fuel tank, and I'm going to give you guys...
So I can sample this.
Yes!
Woo!
Now, let me tell you this, talking about samples. See, this is just, we're going to do a little training here. Talking about samples. It's very crucial, write this down, that the first 2 or 3 treatments somebody uses, they double dose. So they'll need a 1/2 ounce or 2 foil packs. That gets everything moving and working in the car, then you can drop it back down to a 1/4 per. Because if you're not doing the double dose, you might have people less. Most of the time it's not required, but the times it is, just make sure you're double dosing everything for the first few tanks. Got it? When you're sampling people.
That's what Josh told me about CBD when I got it.
Well, we learned that. We learned double dosing. Robert, network marketing is about volume. But no, seriously, you need double dose your tank for it. So, 4-ounce bottle, 40 BB, 60, which comes to like just over $3 a treatment. So now you're putting $3 in and saving 20. Get that something. If you buy one single pack, it's $4.99. What? Just buy one. It's one single pack. $5 the most expensive way you can buy it in one single dose pack.
When do you do the first presentation?
Yeah.
On Zoom.
Yeah.
When do I?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. You guys want to do a company Zoom with fuel pack? All right, so here's what we're going to do too. We're going to do a training for affiliates only, so you guys can promote. Then 2 or 3 days later, we'll do an opportunity presentation. I promise you right now. So let me tell you, this is how simple this is. Using today's terms. You have a foil pack and you're like, hey Candace, see this foil pack?
Yeah.
I got you a gas coupon. I got you a gas
Yes.
coupon.
Gas coupon.
And Candace, if you share it with your friends, I'm going to save you a gas stimulus check and we're going to go make some money. That's simple. That makes sense. So now, and let's talk about it. I think we're close to recession now anyway. We've had probably 2 quarters go backwards.
Yeah.
You can opt out.
Yeah.
Gas prices, what's causing the issues? Yes or yes?
Yeah.
The most painful thing, even more than grocery inflation, and we recall that cost, gas has gone up more than anything.
Yeah.
So Chris, on average, how much money, like, if you were just, because I'm thinking of a way to market this. If I were to use it, how much money am I going to save a month on my gas, my fuel?
Depends on what, if you're going to save 10 to 20%, I don't know what your fuel bill is. If you spend $1,000 a month, you're going to save $200. If you spend $100 a month, you're going to save $20.
I could already see it. Your Zoom is like, let us save you $500 a
depending on what you spend, yeah. If you're spending $5,000 a month, we'll save you $500. Maybe save you $1,000.
Hundreds of five there. How to
So it's all about, and I'll tell you this too. Does the camera product save you 20% on fuel? Yes. But it's 10 to 20%. And here's what I'll promise you. If you tell people 20, and they say 19%, you're lying ass. If you tell them 10 and they say 15, you are Jesus himself.
Yeah.
Be more like Jesus.
Yeah.
You don't have to over embellish. 10%, I mean, fuel's $5 a gallon, saving 50 cents. That they're fine with that. You don't have to oversell this. The results speak for themselves. And I'm assuming we have our company money back guarantee on this product. What do we got to lose? Now, application matters. You're going to take your foil pack, you're going to tear it off, you're going to open your gas tank, you're going to look in there, and there's going to be a metal thing stopping it if you have a car that's more than not, and you're going,
Right?
you don't need funnels. You reach it, you got your gas pump, you grab your nozzle, you now select 89, not 94. And you look down that little barrel, and you dump it in. And then, and it's important to make sure everybody selling you knows this, or they're going to be over there going, they're going to be in the tank. So make sure you're pouring it in the nozzle, tripping the trigger. So put it this way, so it's back this way. Here we go!
That's really cool about this bottle is it has this little reservoir in it, so you can squeeze the middle of the bottle and it'll fill this up, and it's already kind of pre-cut with measuring on it, so you can measure it as you're squeezing it.
And if you look on this bottle, it says 10 ml, which would be 20 gallons or quarter ounce. It's actually a little heavier than a quarter ounce. Or if you only want 10 gallons, you use the 5 bottle button right out of the line.
So it's dummy proof. I can't.
You would think, but you're going to be shocked at how right? So now you just take this lid off, you squeeze this up, it goes to there's your quarter ounce mark, there's your half ounce mark. So now you can do a 40 gallon tank, you can do a 20 gallon tank, you squeeze it up to that little line, it's really that much product. You take your little nozzle, you dump it in there, boom! Save $40. How many of you ever been? There's a lot of network marketing experience in this room. How many of you ever had a product that's going to save every person you know money?
Yeah.
There's about 5 of us in this room. I don't know if they're sitting here somewhere. And this product works. It's been backed by scientific data. And one other thing I'm going to say, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
How many times do you get asked about our health supplements and you go, oh, is this FDA registered? Can you put this in your body? Is it FDA registered? And we have to put that little claim not evaluated by the FDA. And everybody's like, well, this ain't going to work because the government says it won't, but we're not paying enough money for it to say it works. You can't explain all that.
Yeah.
On the fuel side of things, we have a little entity in America called the Environmental Protection Agency.
EPA.
This product is EPA registered. And it has been for decades. You need more credibility than that?
No.
All you got to do is share it, and people will save money, and they will love you and come back for more. Now when they click subscribe and save, they're saving on way more than the product. They're saving on their fuel bill.
Yeah.
This is an extremely viral product. And I'm going to say something else right here, Josh. Back in. Josh, you 100 million?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Arguably, I heard that. He did have more distributors than I did because it's a better network. I'll give him that. However, we sold so much of this stuff and know so many people that it's crazy. Here's the deal. 2008, how many can remember that far? My memory's my second shortest thing. It's hard to remember that far back. 2008, we didn't have the social media and the reach that we have in this room now. We damn sure didn't have NBC 2.0. I didn't have an email or a back office, and we sold millions of dollars of groceries. Because here's the deal. You guys want to know my very first presentation? This is what I did. I went to Salt Lake City. I went to Salt Lake City. I hated network marketing. Before I went to Salt Lake, I actually was looking at biodiesel and investing into biodiesel, and that was thing that really never took off. And I hit a friend up. I'm like, hey, I want to put some money into biodiesel. He's like, okay. Hit him up a month later. He's like, I'm not doing biodiesel no more. I found something bad. I'm like, what? And he showed me my first bottle of this. And I said, what does that do? And he tells me everything I just took. Say, why not fuel? Go get in this field. I'm like, you know, if this works, we're going to make $1 billion. And he says, but you won't believe me until you try it, because I know you're Chris Robinson, you're a stubborn ass, and it's got to be your idea. So he gives me like 5 of these, and I give it to the guy that's running my backhoes and my equipment for me. I give it to my fleet foreman over my construction trucks. I give it to my truck drivers, and they all take them, they drive, and they use it for a month. And they keep track of everything, and they report back. And then I'll tell me how much it works. And I'm like, oh, you know what, my dad's a truck driver. I'm going to call him. So I called him and I gave him a bottle, and he was leaving Salt Lake City, Utah, going to LA in a semi. And I said, put this in your tank. When you get to California, you call me and tell me how much money you saved on fuel. I wasn't thinking semis could go halfway across the country and don't have fuel. So my dad puts it in, he gets into Cali, he calls me, he's like, son, I'm back into the dock in my Peterbilt. I said, yeah, how much money did you save? He said, well, I haven't fueled yet. He said, but for the first time in 20 years of driving Peterbilts, when I'm backing up, I can see out of my mirrors because they're not vibrating no more. My engine's running smoother.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, that's enough for me. He called me the next day, I fueled, I saved 14% on my first double dose tank. And my dad tells me, son, you're going to be rich. And I said, no, Dad, we're going to be rich. He said, I grew up in an Amway house. Every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, all the kids went in the room. Some guy showed up in a suit and tie and a pink Cadillac. We had to go wait in the room. And my mom was always pissed because her friends didn't show up, and maybe they did and maybe they didn't. It was every Wednesday at 7 for a decade. That was my childhood. I wanted nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, my sister joined ACM. They preached, have a nice house, have nice cars, blow all your money. So my sister didn't have any money. So she used my house as her home meeting place. These millionaires would come to my house to do events. I'd take my wife and kids to dinner and get the hell out and let them have my house. I hated it. Until I found a product that made as much sense as this. So I go back to my friend, I'm like, this product works, tell me the rights to Utah and Idaho. He's like, well, I can't really do that, but I can sell you the rights to the globe for $700. I'm like, what? Then he starts talking about compensation plan and changing lines, and I'm going, is this Amway? He's like, no, it's a brand new start. Anyway, I go to Salt Lake. He talks to me into getting in the car and going, I was out. I told him, I want nothing to do with it. I go, I meet the owners of the company, great guys. I get signed up. There's no system. There's no website. I give them my credit card. They enter it in their system. But on my way home, I got excited. So I called my foreman that had been using the backhoe, and I said, hey, you like that product? He said, yeah, I want to get something for my personal use. I said, meet me in my house at 7. And I called the guy that was running my fleets and my truck driver friends, everybody been trying. I said, meet me in my house at 7. I got a 2-hour drive home from Salt Lake. I miscalculated by 15 minutes. And as I'm getting closer to home, I called the people I wanted to call, and I called them back, my friends, my family. Hey, bring this person, call this person, get them over to the house. My wife calls me and she says, where are you at? I went to work that morning. And she's like, where are you at? I'm like, oh, I'm just coming home from Salt Lake. She's like, where are you in Salt Lake? I'm like, wait till you see what I found in Salt Lake. Wait till you see. She's like, more importantly, why is there 200 people in my house and you're out here and I don't want to go? She's like, yeah, there are hundreds of people in our house. So I pull in the driveway. I have a 3-acre piece at the time. I can't even park on my place. I park of the neighbors. Half of the people. And I go walking in there and I'm like, I got to give a presentation. I've never talked in front of people before. It still scares me. You tell me. So literally, my friends, family, the closest people in the world are there, and I'm standing there and I'm going, what do I say? And I look at everybody, and BJ was one of my foremen, and I said, BJ, what's this doing for the backhoes and the skid loaders? He said, we've been using it, and he gives the numbers. He's been keeping track of it. Everybody's like, what? And I said, what's good in this truck? What's going to have people that work for me? And here's my pitch. I said, here's the deal, guys. This product that these guys are talking about is the newest pyramid in the world. And we're at the top. Who's in? I was very naive at the time, and I told them, I'm going to go make $10,000 a month selling this product, and I didn't want you pissed you didn't find out first. That's why you're here. At 3 in the morning, every person bought a $700 pack on the phone with the corporate office. 100%. Because of the sexiness of this product. And dancing was my presentation. So get a hold of this. This is an incredible thing. And I got to give a huge, huge shout out to Josh and Jennifer. They all
You're back home.
Oh, it is full circle. It is full circle. But to have the ability, this doesn't happen that we're marketing. Are you guys aware of this?
Yes.
Most companies can in 2017 and a half or 2018 and go, hey, CBD is going to be massive. Let's launch it. When they're a skincare company, because they brand it as a skincare company, right? No other company can go out and go, oh, now we want to be in fuel treatment and just spin everybody out of control. You want to know what's awesome? We can! Like I said, I sold this with no system. John said he had a bad one. Oh, Jesus. You want to tell him what mine did? He got me on the company leg, put me on his inside leg. I ran to the top of the company, he sold me spot for $400,000. He said, thanks, Chris, I'm out. That was my upline. So you guys call me and tell me I'm not a good upline? Bullshit, try mine.
Right.
It doesn't matter who your uplines are. What matters is what you do. This is your business. And with 800 plus SKUs, the most robust online marketing system in the world, and the best compensation plan and owners that are in the business, what excuses do you have?
I'm really glad he did all that.
I seen those slides when I was up here. We did the best we could.
Crushed it, Chris, man.
But I just want to say, so the timeline for all of this with 2.0, with Fuel Factor X, we're looking at officially launching the 2.0 system on April 8th. That's what the timeline is currently. So we're going to pay, we have monthly commissions that we have to run. So we're going to, on April 8th, pay monthly commissions through the old system. And then our goal is to cut over on April 8th. Then pre-orders for this are going to start a couple days later. Wow. Okay, so probably for pre-orders to start, and then shipping will be, a week or two after. So it's going to be like a 1 to 2 week pre-order, and then it can start shipping. And Chris mentioned something that was important about the FDA. This is not an ingestible, obviously, and so this product can go into a lot of countries. Okay, and look, in Europe, fuel prices are like $6.80 a gallon in like Amsterdam, and I was talking to the Hungarian. It's funny because they were talking about fuel prices, and I was like, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, I think we're going to be able to get it into Europe very quickly. We're going to be able to get it into all of Latin America very quickly. Yeah! We're going to be able to get it into Canada quickly. There's a lot of markets that we're going to be able to get this product into. So, we're going to start in the U.S. like we usually do, start to get it shipped out. And then I would say within a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, we should be able to start, rolling it out in some other markets. So that's what you guys have to look forward to. I just want to thank you guys. We ran a little over on time for our break, but I think it worked. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Some of your break? Yeah. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. is interested that I have on my list that I'm going to reach out about Fuel Factor X about, I'm not going to pre-enroll them. I'm going to start stacking. And I'm going to have them set up a free account. So the day the pre-sale starts, I have 10,000 people go and pre-order their product, and they're positioned in the business from day one. Okay, Robert Hollis, Jermaine Johnson, Dale, there's a bunch of you old school guys. Remember the paper route day? We're stacking paper apps with free accounts and pre-launching Fuel Factor X. I'm telling you, if you guys get this out, everybody open your phones right now and go to Facebook. Can anybody get through 20 to 30 posts without seeing fuel prices at least 3 times? You can't. It's the most talked about thing in the world today, except for maybe Ukraine and Russia's little ordeal over there. But it's talked about. Do you guys remember when we launched Hempworks? You like watch your phone and people talk about CBD and you don't get it. You're like, oh, and then it's on the news a year later. You're like, oh, the news is talking about it. It's all happening already for Fuel Factor X. We're sitting in this room right now. There couldn't be a better time for you guys to really go capitalize on what we have going on here. Who's going to go make a big splash for Fuel Factor X? Who's excited?